Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you guys so much for joining me. I am here in what is left of this beautiful apartment that we are moving out of, and I needed to get everything sorted and get back on the game of being here for my audience. Yeah, so let's talk about it. Okay, so this week and last week I was supposed to be talking to the men, right? And so I'm going to continue on with that theme. And I'm going to talk a little bit about fatherlessness because I feel like I've talked about this at great length as to what it does to the children. But now I want to talk a little bit more about what it does to the men. Now, if you guys don't already know, I am the child of a father. I am a fatherless child, and that has had immense amount of repercussions for me in my development as a person. And I'm not going to be talking about the child's perspective. I'm going to be talking about the um the man's perspective because what I've noticed across the board in the West, we are in the age currently now and before where women are the ones that are being believed and supported and advocated for, which has made, for the most part, men's access to their children extremely difficult. I wish that this was not the case. And sometimes, I was just on Facebook the other day and well today, and I saw a comment that a person posted about, child support and making sure that men are financially accountable for taking care of their children. Um, I feel like that is very insulting to the dual parenting process and co-parenting process because I feel like men do more than just support their child financially. A child needs more than just finances. They need your physical support and presence. And I know that it is very difficult to deal with a baby mama because she feels some kind of way about whatever it is you did or did not do, and she chose to leave your relationship because she was unsatisfied or had an idea based on what she saw on television and not in real life because she herself did not have a father. This is something that you have to be absolutely clear about. It is not 100% not about her. Number two, you have got to understand that your role as a father has changed because times have changed. What you got or did not get as a father, as a child, plays very little role in your parenting ability in this day and age because men are expected to do more and practically be the second mom. So your job is to figure out how much of how much fighting you have to do with the baby mother, what she needs to calm down enough to work and cooperate with you, and what it is needs to change in your life to accommodate the fatherhood mentality right now so that you don't have a human being on this earth going about talking about how you were not there because it was just too hard for you to be there because of how the system is set up. I hope that if I speak to 30 men in this video alone, that you all get together and start to rally and campaign for more support for fathers so that you can have more participation in your child's life. That means that money is not the bread and butter, pun intended, of your relationship with your child, but also being able to go to the games with them, being able to have weekends with them, being able to feed them and take them out and play with them and teach them how to shave and teach them how to throw a ball and taking responsibility and accountability for their lives and their actions because mama is not going to be the one to do that. Mom is about the pampering and the nurturing and the telling everything that it's okay. Daddy is there for people to learn how to toughen up, how to do things, how to operate in life, and how to work and be there for themselves. Now, that might sound like a very broad general statement that, okay, I could do that remotely, or okay, it's not that hard. There are so many other things that having a father comes along with, and I'm not a father, so I can't actually tell you this. But what I can tell you is that I would never, ever want, I mean, I would never ever want my children to grow up the way I did. And I didn't have such a really bad childhood either. You know, I had my grandfather, and my grandfather did what he could with what he knew. But he was a man from a different generation, and he had to try to play catch up to understand what fatherhood meant for me because every child is different, and girls and boys are different in terms of what they need from their father. But let me tell you what's at stake. Criminal, um, the amount of criminal activity in your community, the amount of um, uneducated people in your activity, the amount of child pregnancies in your activity. There is even studies that show that the kids that grow up without children are more susceptible to diseases and infections and viruses and cancers because they have this constant struggle survival life, which is a life of constant stress from beginning on or depending on how soon you left. Now, I understand that you may have picked a young lady that was not fitting for motherhood or fitting for a family way, and that has its own dynamics that come along with it. But I will want to say that if that is your situation, you need to find some kind of way or friend up with some female that can hold her accountable to stop her from keeping your child away from you. I was once watching a video, like I think it was a couple of weeks ago, of a child whose father had gone away to prison, when she was about 2 years old. The haunting cry of that child, the way she cried when she saw her father for the first time, she might have been 11 in the video that was being taken, was filled with so much emotion. Like I can't even describe the pain that was released because her dad came back into her life. And I understand, ladies, if for all 30 of you who are listening to this video and thinking, you don't know what me and my baby daddy, like I understand, like not all baby daddies are created equal. Some of them deserve that L. Some of y'all are better off without him in your life. Um, but for the most part, the petty drama and exceptions, and the petty drama and the manipulation that women play on all levels because of whatever it is that person did as a partner that didn't live up to your expectations is not the sum total of who they are as a father. And I think women have a very hard time understanding the difference. I had a hard time understanding the difference. Like, my husband is not my father, he's their father. And my kids can forgive their father when he does something dumb. I may not. And so it's not my job to keep their relationship toxic because I might not like him at one point in time in our relationship. Our relationship is our relationship. His relationship with his kids is important to them. And my job is not to create a campaign against him because we are not getting along. My job is to make sure that my children have the best possible situation at all times as much as possible because children need that ability to feel secure so that they're confident, so that they believe in themselves and their abilities, so that they can move forward in life and be successful. Not growing up thinking, man, being a parent sucks. Being a mom sucks. I never want to do this. I think we as women have lost sight of the bigger picture. And I'm going to be talking about this in my next video. So stay tuned. Of course, please make sure to stay safe and stay free.